Hello everyone, different format of video today, and showing off my new wall. Actually, it's kind of like supposed to be a building ruins, but not much I can really do on that. However, I'm quite proud of what I've done, and I'm going to kind of walk you through on how I done it, and it is quite similar to how I did my last vehicle. Now, as I've said, with my last vehicle, my T38T, or my 38T tank, excuse me. I don't know why I did that. Anyhow, all I did was kind of, with this, I painted the whole thing black, painted it red, and kind of dry brushed the top color. Again, this is not the right color for this tank. I just thought it would look nicer in a green. And plus, I'm simple. And I'm quite happy with some of the weathering I have on it. I still need to go over this with a little bit of matte to seal this all up, seal all the rust and whatnot here, but we're not talking about this today. Let me put this guy back up, out of the way, onto the wall. So, with these Tamiya models, I'll show you which one I got here. It's the Military Miniatures 135th brick wall. Comes on a big sprue. This one's empty because I've used all the wall. But, this is the item number here. If you want to go to your local hobby shop, order it, or go online and order it for yourself. But I have pretty much just used these so far, and I've only really been heavily modeling as of late for probably the last few months. And I think I consider myself moderately alright when it comes to this hobby here. So, now, first off, I'm by no means a sign painter, especially one of this sort of scale and quality. However, I'm just going to chalk this up to a small village outside in rural Germany type thing. Yes, this is supposed to be bakery spelled in German. And yes, I did use Google Translate, and I may have mispronounced that. So, sue me. We're not talking about my spelling or my other tank, so we'll move on past this. So for how I paint this is another little detail I've painted up here. I don't know, I am not really using a reference on these. I'm just kind of going at what looks nice to me. But this is what they normally look like unpainted and just assembled. They're just flat yellow or red. I just got to go through and cover some of this super glue off here, but yeah, nothing fancy schmancy about it. But how I go about this is, we got to get the grout painted. And people go, why don't you use a block of foam to make your brick walls? Because I'm lazy and I don't want to spend 4 hours making a brick wall. I could probably just buy this stuff by the sheet and use this to make a cobble road. That's not a bad idea. I might write that down. Anyhow, we got to make the grouting. So, we'll start from the bottom, work our way up. Paint the thing white. This is flat white. Again, it's Tamiya because it's mostly what my hobby shop carries. And at $2.50 a can, it's, not that bad. So, glob the whole thing white so that it fills in the grout and whatnot. So, as you can see, it kind of shows in through here. And on here, I need to do this side still. But this is what it looks like after my second step, which is dry brushing. I dry brushed this kind of whole thing in this red-brown color, XF64. And just with a big brush, just kind of painted the whole thing kind of red and white. And that gets you this kind of worn painted brick, or brick where you just kind of went crazy with mortar and the mortar flakes off. I don't know. I might try and maybe do something with like plaster of Paris and make it look like chipped mortar or whatnot. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about how I painted it. And this is a little bit of using a little bit of this Tamiya weathering effects here. Mostly of the soot. That's pretty much the only one I use on this one is the soot. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the wall. So, after I kind of dry brushed the whole thing red, went through and kind of just painted a handful of the bricks this red color. Then went on with some of the other colors. Now, a lot of these are just for some of my miniature figures, you know, desert yellow, dark yellow, this matte flat flesh color, and some grays and greens. So, but this is just to make it get that variety of colors. I mean, I kind of got this baby barf green one. I got a gray brick. There's a gold colored brick there. That one's kind of black. Mostly they all look black, but mostly because I kind of globbed over the whole thing with the weather effects a little too heavily. But it came out quite well, especially after putting in this kind of big square sign here where it says bakery that way. There ain't no bakery that way. There is a microwave. Well, I guess I could be right. So, but yeah, it just takes a little bit of time. I think I probably spent 2 non-consecutive days painting this. Got it all glued together in one day. Well, a couple hours, and then another couple hours kind of just going through and figuring out what I want to do with all these, because they all come as these half-high figures, and I have 2 heights of this. It's pretty much the entirety of all of my flat walls. So, but yeah, it's just going through and spending a little bit of time. So, alright, well, thank you guys for watching. I really don't know what else to do. I just mostly yammer on incoherently, just trying to do something. So, I hope you guys appreciate my work so far, and thank you.